Pishka. Pishka. Are you excited? Are you excited? Take it easy, old lady. Good morning, Baba. Hi, Cinco. Oh, we call you Mayo. Bunnies are looking really good. Just changed out waters. Cleared the snow out from in front of the doors. We have a lot of blowing and drifting out here because you guys know I always talk about how windy it is. And I think we're at about, you level everything off, about 6 to 8. Check on this guy whose name I never remember. How you doing? Looking good, feeling fine. Okay, so good. Everybody's got hay. I gave him some. He's tucking it in his little cabin back there. Okay, that's bunnies. Oh. Circle back around to Chicky Doodles. Keep their door chalked like this because it keeps the wind from circling in. So they're not probably going to come out today. Our chickens have historically come out in the snow. A lot of people say their chickens do not venture into the snow. They have everything they need in here. So fresh water, food, just a cubby to hang out in. You guys saw the current temp is 29. The wind chill feels like 9, which is up 1 degree from yesterday with the wind chill. Oh, might break out the snowblower because this is going to hang around for a while. It's not gonna get warm enough to melt off. And what I generally do, I don't worry about the driveway. We both have 4-wheel drives. H has her little lifted hoopty there. The short wheelbase on that Jeep, that thing will go anywhere. We're on county roads and they do not, they'll get to us when they get to us. So anyway, what I generally do with the snowblower is I'll just cut a path to the goat. See, I'm not doing this. You start getting your feet pretty cold pretty quickly. So what I do is I'll just cut a path from here to the goat barn, and then I'll cut a path to the chickens and the rabbits. And then I'm not walking through deep snow all day, every day. All right. Head over to the barn. Here's some bunny tracks. Yep. Went up, went out over there. Nice. All right. Gonna hinder your view a little bit. Oh, wasn't frozen shut. Thought it was gonna be. Okay. Babies, babies, babies. Mamas. Everybody's looking good. Genji's up. It's actually 1 degree warmer in here today than it was yesterday. So we're about 27. Hi, hi, and hi. Is that your new favorite spot, my love? Oh, goodness. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I haven't used the snowblower in probably 3 years, maybe 4 years. We just haven't had a storm worth getting it out for. So, and me being a dummy, I did not drain the gas, so I'm gonna have to pull the gas tank off of that, get that drained. Come on, I know you can eat. I'm gonna feed you snacks. I'm gonna feed you more deliciousness than hay. I don't know, maybe they like hay better than the, nah, they like the grain better for sure. Do I like cake better than salad? 100%. And as H and I always have a lifelong debate going on, I enjoy my cake in a bowl with a little bit of milk poured in the bowl. She enjoys her cake on a plate with a cup of milk. We both like milk with our cake, but she prefers to take a bite and then take a drink, or whatever crazy way she eats cake. What was that about? All right, come on. Get your booty moving. Get your booty moving. You're not afraid of Twinkie. You're not afraid of any goat in this barn. Don't be silly. I know you well enough. Hey, you gotta go. Hey, you gotta go. Come on, not your salt. Come on, come on, Twinkie, gummy, whatever. Come on. That rattling around is the. God, you guys knocked everything. I left a bunch of stuff out. That's the wind blowing around this little solar panel. It was up on the roof, but we had, the first year I put it up there, we had a major ice storm, and the ice expanded so much, it ripped it right off the roof. No, neither of you two belong in there. Yes, thank you, fluffy boys. Oh. Speaking of solar, we'll get to that in a second. We are supposed to get another 1 to 3 today. So it is what it is. Everything worked out very well. Prepping the hay, getting the hay down here, getting the boys' hay, getting the stalls layered. We kind of operate on everything is in place. Our radar, for whatever reason, yesterday had snow on the screen from 3 p.m. on. Now, originally it wasn't to start snowing until 8, and then they rolled it back to 5, and then they rolled it back to 3, and then magically at 3, the radar started showing snow. But it didn't end up snowing here last night until almost 20 after 9, which I'm thankful for, because the longer it would have snowed, the more snow, obviously, we would have ended up with. But fake news, fake weather. I don't know how you show radar returns full on, fully covered in snow, with 0 snow. We'll move on to letting babies out. I think, hi babies, good morning. Hi, little Miss Dot. I gotta get a picture of you today. And Madam Snow. Got some things going on. We have a lady that bought goats from us like way back in the beginning. And she buys them for her girls for 4-H, and they have a fantastic life. They're very, very well pampered. The 4-H goats, if you guys are familiar with 4-H, how well those animals are pampered and taken care of so they can be shown. And so she is interested in Madam President, Madam Snow. Hi. You're the orneriest little thing. I love it. That's the one with all the color on her. The classic buckskin is Honey Bun. And then this is Kit Kat. And we're keeping both of them because they are sugar pie babies. And you're so silly. She just loves to be held. Honey, your mama's a heifer. And it's not going to work well for you to be jumping up to get pets when you are the size of your mama, that's for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm going to head back to the house, get warmed up, and then I'll work on the snowblower and see if I can't cut a couple trails across here. And then, so Madam President and Dot could well be going soon. That would leave us with just the girls we're keeping, which would be Honey Bun and Kit Kat. Is that everybody over here? Hopefully Journey will get to go home here at the end of the month, beginning of next month. Javatino is staying, obviously. Have some interest in Journey and where's Tiny Thing, wherever she is. Ronan and Tiny Thing. So interest in Ronan, Tiny Thing, Madam Snow, and Dot. That'll leave us with just these 2 girls, and then this little peasant guy in here. HD, Haagen-Dazs, Hoggy. You guys remember he had injured his knee, and he had limped around for a few days. Got that all worked out. Obviously, he's doing great now, so we'll probably just be moving him over to the buck barn here soon. Okay, let's talk electric. So I've been doing hours, and I hate wasting hours doing it, but I've been doing hours of research on You guys saw in the last video, I popped up there this eco-worthy system found on Amazon. It's a fantastic, it's a good deal, but more importantly, the hours and time I've spent doing the research to determine whether or not that will support this barn, just like normal electricity. I've had to learn quite a bit, watt hours and voltages and all about solar panels and battery backups. And the hardest thing that I tried to figure out was how to take a solar panel. I'll let her feed these babies and I'll let them out. How to take solar and run it into a building like this and treat it like a normal breaker box. So it'll all go over here. PK actually gave us a bunch of lumber when we went up last time to band Tiny Herc. So that, you know, things just happen, serendipitous. So I got plenty of lumber to build a nice rack right here to house everything, make it look pretty. And then I would be able to actually, the new solar that they've been using, it's probably older than I think, but it's just gotten to me, is you guys know a lot of the time you'll end up with a solar system that has the converter or inverter, and that inverter, you just plug an extension cord into it and you basically redneck white trash it. You know, you run an extension cord out of your inverter up the ceiling, and then you do a splitter up there and you run another extension cord over here and another extension cord over there, and then, you know, that's how you get your power everywhere you need it to be. And I'm not happy with that. So what I was trying to learn was, how can I take it out of the solar and put it into a breaker box and have it generate electricity 120 volts, which is the standard outlets, and then run normal regular wiring just like you would run for any other, just like you would run for normal electric, and be able to run all my receptacles, run all the lights. It basically is only solar until it comes in the barn right there, and then it converts into standard issue 120 volt electric, and you just run everything else like normal. So this is the system I'm looking at, just popping up there again, because it has, guys, I had to learn, you know, you're looking at 12.8 volt batteries with 200 amp hours, 280 amp hours, or you're looking at 25 volt batteries with 100 amp hours. And then to me, that means I have to start doing math, and you start looking at, well, this one's super cheap, but it's got the same batteries. But then you look and the batteries are actually different configurations, which doesn't give you the same amount of electric that you would get from the larger, like the 280 amp hour batteries. It's just been a lot of learning and a lot of math and a lot of calculations, trying to figure out how, if I only want to do it if I can make it act just like normal electricity, where I can come in here, put a three switch box right here and turn on either this side or that side. Or I'm okay with it being solar. I just want it to be normal when it comes inside. I don't want H to have to come over here and try to figure out how to plug in an extension cord and turn on this, that, or the other. She's the same. She's not down with it really right now. But when you're looking at the original cost, the original estimate for the barn electric was $17,000 plus. And then the second estimate was $12,400. And what I'm looking at right now with the solar setup, and I've run the calculation through ChatGPT. If you guys don't use that, you know, I know it's a scary world, but AI is here. It's coming. It's here to stay. Just like when the internet came around, just like when we used to work at Walmart when we were younger, and you guys remember you would put the credit card on the thing, and then you would lay a piece of transfer paper on top of that, and then you would and then you would give them back their credit card, and then they would sign. If you're old enough to remember that, credit cards were scary back in the day. And then slowly through the late 90s, early 2000s, if you didn't have a credit card, you basically were stuck. Back in the day when people used to go to Walmart and write a check, or Kroger or Kmart, and you would just write a personal check and give it to them, and they kind of phased that out. Checks have gone away almost completely. Dealing with people right now wanting to buy goats through like Zelle or Cash App or PayPal or whatever. They're like, I don't have a checking account, so it's kind of weird for us. I don't want people sending me cash in an envelope, but a bit of a learning curve. AI's here and it's here to stay. I think your best option right now would be to learn how to use it. If you don't want to be the person replaced by it, then learn how to control it. Learn how to use it. So anyway, that's my ChatGPT talk. I basically copied the description of the solar panel setup. All the information about the panels, about the line gauges, about the wire gauges, about the batteries, about the inverter. I put all of that information into ChatGPT, and then I said, I want to be able to run 120 volt electricity, and I will have 5 lights on this side, 5 lights over here. Those lights are 40 watts a piece. This has been my deep dive, was going to Amazon, finding LED lights, figuring out what their wattage is. And most of the companies now will post those wattages out there, how many watt hours a light bulb uses. And then I can tell ChatGPT all the details about the solar system, all the details about how much electricity the lights use, how much electricity the fans will use, and simply ask, will this system support this? So I actually did it with the first system, and the answer was, you may struggle to run the fans all the time. So that's what brought me to the second system, where ChatGPT said, with just 4 hours of solar a day, 4 hours of sunlight a day, you would be able to run the fans 24/7 and the lights all that you want. Wouldn't be a problem. Most of the day you'd be using electric right from the panels to run the fans, run the lights, and then the battery charge, you would also be enough electricity left over to charge the batteries. So then at night, in the system that we have set up, the specific battery system that we have, that we're looking at, would be able to hold enough electricity that I could leave the barn lights on 24/7. By the time the sun came back up, the system would be recharging and the lights would still be on. So that's what I really wanted, was something that had enough power that if I left all the fans and all the lights on 24/7, it wouldn't be a problem. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm over here with flickering lights and the fans are slowing down and my bucket heaters aren't working. And I want so much excess electricity that I never have to worry about it. If I forget to turn a fan off, if I forget to turn a light off, whatever, it's not going to be dead when I come back over here. So like I said, H isn't really fully convinced yet. So it's just my brainchild at this point, and then we'll see what happens and work towards that. Miss Tic Tac. You guys wait. I'm gonna have to bring you back around in the summer. Look at this. Look at her patterns. Well, here's a picture of her when she's a baby. And you can see all of this on her. Hi, beauty. Look at this side. She's got a little smiley face on her side right there. We got an eyeball, and a smiley mouth. This big white patches, these big moon spots. These are actually moon spots because they're not white, and they're not on white. But in the summertime, when she loses her winter coat, and I just can't figure out how it works, because generally the pattern would be there, and then the winter coat would amplify it. But where's my Gingy baby girl? You need a boy? Tapioca. Miss Cookie, you had a boy yesterday. She was not down with the clowns. We put her in with Rocky. We had to rebreed Frosty Mom. She short cycled, so her first breeding apparently didn't take, so we had to pop her back in. So we did that, and while he was in there, Miss Cookie was over here milling around, you know, being sus, being like, hey, what's up? She was out here waving her little tail, flagging, and we put her in there, and she stood for him, no problem. But as soon as he would jump on, she would freak out and run away from him. So this is Gingy. This is what Tic Tac will look like in the summer. just a pure perfect chamois with her. She'll still have her white spots, but she loses all that moon spotting. Haha, beautiful. She is doing so well. Those eyes are pinking up gorgeously. I hate using Prohibit just because it is dangerous, but I hate losing. You are a needy little thing. You know your mom is about 80 pounds, and you are not going to be able to be jumping up on people. And your dad's mellow, and he's a big boy too. We'll have to cut that off. Yeah, heifer. I cannot imagine her jumping up on me wanting pets. Too big. Okay, guys, so that's kind of it. That's where we're going. Hopefully, I'm still doing a lot of math, doing a lot of configuring, working out numbers. I know there's little ancillary. I say $3,500 is what the system costs. It's $2,800 just to buy the system. But then when you add in all the panel box, the circuit breakers, the wiring, the outlets, you get to $3,500 pretty quick. So again, not something we think about lightly, not something we're very frugal people, and we will do the math on it many times in many ways and make sure that it's worth the money spent. I know, girls. I know. Mama wants the doors open because a couple of you still need to come into heat. So I don't think they're gonna go out on the porch today anyway. And I'm not really seeing any signs of anybody being excited about needing a boy. You and Javachino still need to be bred, still need to come into heat just to be bred. What's weird is, I might just close that. It's whipping and swirling out there now. Basically the tail of the storm is whipping back around and is gonna crash into us. My camera lens is fogging up. And none of these chubby butts are showing any sign of being excited about a boy, so I don't feel the need to leave the door open all day. It is going to get up to 29 today, but the wind chill is going to keep it down in the lower teens. Get her. Get her. Nice. You're looking at the next generation of girls that are going to be hanging out, so it's nice to see them being friendly and playful and next gen. You say chunky. You say chunky. Little tail wag before we go. And Java, of course. Hi. Hi. Is everybody coming for the pets? Oh, hi. Oh, I'm sorry, Roni. I didn't mean to poke you in the eye. Java, sugar pie, tapioca pudding. Mr. Marlin. Who's behind me? I heard somebody. Mochi. Hey, you're the cutest little thing ever. Here's a picture when she was a baby. She was just a freaking silver fuzzball with black legs. And that is all. We'll see you later.